Yeah, right.
Favorite feud or story right now? What's your favorite, Nick?
I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite, but I'm more intrigued than I'm not sure if I should be. I'm more intrigued by the Bella McMahon feud. If we can't have Daniel Bryan fighting the Authority, I don't want to say this is a nice substitute, but it's more interesting than I would have given it credit for maybe a few months back.
Says the guy who watches Total Divas.
Absolutely,
What's wrong with that?
no shame.
I hope it's getting you laid. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not ascribing any great acting talent to the Bellas or even Stephanie McMahon at large, even though she has had her moments. But I think it's interesting the way this could unfold. Whether Nikki will turn on her sister, how the match itself will unfold. And I think it was interesting this last night how Triple H played the support role to Stephanie there. We don't see that too often. Obviously, there's the whole meme about Triple H being the ultimate authority figure and he buries everybody with his golden shovel. But it was kind of nice to see him step aside and see Stephanie take over for a night, if only. So,
yeah, and if he's got that golden shovel, he can probably. It's easier to put enchantments on it too.
that is a fair point.
Because it's gold.
Yes.
That's a Minecraft joke for those of you who don't play Minecraft, and you should, at ftwcraft.org.
Watch our videos, jerks.
What's a Minecraft?
Shut your whore mouth. The best feud or story right now in WWE. I think there's a. I mean, come on, it's got to be the guy worth 5 Stone Colds. It's the Bo Dallas story, the rise and fall of Bo Dallas.
The rise of Bo Dallas. That's just the best part of that phrase.
Hey, he was undefeated. You know who else had an undefeated streak? Kurt Angle, and then Taz beat that.
The Goon had one too.
So did Brooklyn Brawler, but it wasn't a winning streak.
And I think Bo Dallas's rise was more akin to the man's evolutionary steps out of the ocean, just flopping his way onto shore. But that's just me.
He's worth 5 Stone Colds. We got to get that guy on, Garvin.
All right. So, anyone else? Anyone else have favorite feud right now?
Yeah.
I'll go on. Go on.
No, Ken, hit it.
All right. I'll go. The Miz and Ziggler, definitely. I'm loving the Miz's inner Johnny Cage right now in regards to being, the movie star, the moneymaker. I've always loved the Miz as a character. His wrestling, I don't know that much, but with the match with Dolph Ziggler, I think both of these guys, and I did get to see, a match of theirs not too long ago, and it's just one of those things to where they have really good chemistry, and they're not going to go put on, a 5-star hardcore 60-minute, Iron Man no contest match, but they're going to put on a really good match in which it's all going to revolve around the storyline of, the Miz is the IC champ. He's this chicken shit heel because he's going to cower every time somebody tries to hit him in the face, and I think that's what he did so well when he was going up against John Cena, and he was feuding against Cena and The Rock.
Kevin?
Yeah, I'm going to take... It's a toss-up for me. I'm going to take Ambrose and Rollins. These guys just seem to work so well together. And you have the whole dynamic of being in the Shield and the turn and everything. But they just seem to have some really good chemistry, and this is a really good feud that they have going on. So I'll take that just for the fact that I think both guys are really, and you're looking at up-and-coming talent, not established talent, which I like. It's these guys that are kind of getting a chance to shine, and on their own, not as a part of the Shield, and they're really kind of making they're really doing a great job, in my opinion. So I'll take that one. Rusev's swagger, I think, is working really well too. The only reason I think that doesn't get the nod is because you can never go wrong with the USA versus any diplomatic foreign entity that may be not us. So it's like I can't give it the nod just for the sheer generic recycledness of the angle, but I will give it credit that they did put Swagger in a position to actually do something, which I've said before. So, but Ambrose Rollins, I think, are doing a great job right now. I think it's a great feud.
Yeah, we got some from the live chat. We have Rusev versus Swagger as well. There's also, let's not forget how they're currently building Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. The promo this week on Raw was pretty phenomenal. It felt legit overall. The way
that's my problem. Is it's just a promo. Lesnar's still not here.
True. Yeah, and they can't get them on TV at the same time, or like this week, they weren't even there. So yeah, it's but still, I think a lot of people are pretty pleased with the overall way that promo specifically felt. Ambrose versus Rollins as well as getting some nods. So for me, I'm going to go with Paige versus AJ. I'm really excited about how they have turned this. Like when it first happened, I think most of us were somewhat negative about it. We weren't necessarily sure how to really feel about it, just because they're playing this whole frenemy thing. So Paige seemed very passive and docile, and it wasn't what we wanted to see from Paige. But since then, she's very fierce. She is basically going after AJ and taking AJ out and talking down to her in this condescending way. I think that right now has me the most excited as far as WWE stuff. So
I think the best thing they could do is one of them puts the other one in a figure four, and we can just let our imaginations wander.
Oh. I'm gonna need that video clip. It's some alone time.
Male chauvinist comment for the win.
And for all our female listeners, that's Joe at the FTWpodcast.com.
Wow, that's the one reference we haven't pulled out in months.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta bring it back.
FTW Podcast.